Welcome to datascience.show, the podcast where data science meets executive leadership. We talk with top AI and analytics thought leaders about turning data into real business impact. If you're a C-level leader or data expert shaping the future, you're in the right place.
Imagine paying tens of millions for an AI team, and 6 months later, the model never hits production. I'm Mirko Peters. We explore how data science and AI drive real business impact, straight from the leaders making it happen. Today, I'll walk you through an executive playbook that turns acquisitions into operating capabilities, not balance sheet artifacts. Short version, if you can't reproduce it, you don't own it. That's the thread through every item I'll recommend: diligence, contracts, integration, and incentives. Quick note on perspective. Picture a corp dev lead who's closed 3 AI tuck-ins, partnered tightly with legal and the CDO, and spent late nights unpicking labeling taxonomies. I'll channel that practical, negotiation-ready experience so you can act from the C-suite down to the implementation teams. Start with one non-negotiable: reproducibility. Can the target run a training job start to finish with the same data and the same seeds? If the answer is no, or worse, the model is only available as an endpoint, you're buying a black box. Insist on containerized builds, versioned code, and a runnable pipeline. 3 deliverables I require in every diligence packet: model cards that explain intended use and evaluation metrics, a reproducible CI-backed pipeline with tests for transforms, and an operational runbook that explains deployment, monitoring, and rollback. You really make model cards mandatory in diligence? Yes, model cards reduce ambiguity for product and legal teams. They're short and expose assumptions, training data, evaluation slices, known failure modes. When they're missing, you get surprises in production. Next up, data assessment, where engineering and legal must move in lockstep. Ask, what is the data lineage? Who labeled it? What contracts govern it? Are there third-party restrictions on commercial use? A micro story. We once inherited a model that excelled in lab tests until legal found the training set was licensed for research only. Remediating that, cleaning labels and replacing data, took months and cost 6 figures. Small licensing notes become large liabilities.
So what's the practical move when you hit suspect licensing?
Escrow the asset until licensing is cleared, or push a contingent price adjustment. Don't close on ambiguous rights. And inventory ephemeral dependencies, annotation tools, vendor labeling contracts, synthetic pipelines, because those can be the real value killers. People are next. This is not binary. You don't simply buy the team or ditch the code. Diagnose who holds tacit knowledge: the lead modeler who tuned the loss, the labeling lead who built the taxonomy, the SRE who understands rollout. Design retention bundles targeted at those roles. Map them into your Oregon Week 1 and run joint Sprint Zero work to build integration momentum before any person walks out the door. On valuation, build a technical debt scorecard. Quantify missing tests, lack of monitoring, absent reproducibility. Convert those gaps into explicit dollar adjustments or an earnout tied to remediation milestones. And what about IP edge cases? Good question. Ask who owns the labeling taxonomy, whether contractors were engaged under work for hire, and whether any open source components carry copyleft obligations. If rights are unclear, treat them as contingent liabilities: escrow, indemnities, or price reductions. Deal structure should preserve incentives. If the value depends on a small team, prefer an earnout tied to operational KPIs the team can influence: deployment milestones, model accuracy on production slices, or uptime, rather than broad financial metrics they can't control. Also consider transition services agreements for the first 90 days to secure access to build pipelines, test environments, and vendor relationships. Now, this next part is critical. Post-close integration is where deals either create value or wither. Start with 2 operational artifacts: a 100-day integration plan and a hands-on runbook handover. The 100-day plan maps owners, runs a sprint 0 to align product and data priorities, and includes a first production checklist. Can we deploy safely? Do we have observability? Who owns rollback? Make SLAs explicit. Uptime targets, latency budgets, and accuracy thresholds tied to monitored metrics. Define escalation paths and reporting cadences. Operationalizing models is governance in action.
Measure success with 3 indicators: time to production for the acquired capability, delta in core business KPIs attributable to the model, and stability metrics like drift rate or rollback frequency. Avoid vanity metrics. Link numbers to revenue, cost, or risk reduction.
Long-term risks to watch: silent model drift, gaps in provenance that surface under regulatory review, and geopolitical or privacy exposures when data crosses jurisdictions. If you don't build monitoring, metadata, and contractual clarity now, value can evaporate fast.
Curious, so what should leaders actually do in the next 12 to 24 months?
3 practical moves. 1. Build a short, repeatable M&A playbook owned by Corp Dev, CDO, legal, and an engineering lead. 2. Institutionalize the technical debt scorecard so it feeds pricing and earnouts. 3. Require a 100-day sprint 0 commitment in the purchase documents.
2 immediate checkboxes you can apply today. Add a 3-page reproducibility checklist to your diligence pack, runnable pipelines, model cards, and a sample deployment. And require a 100-day sprint 0 with named owners and deliverables tied to an earnout or escrow release.
Final reflection. M&A for AI is not about buying clever models. It's about buying capability that can be operated, governed, and scaled. Get reproducibility, lock down data rights, preserve the people who carry tacit knowledge, and translate technical gaps into commercial terms. Do that, and you move from models to measurable value. That's the difference between models and value.
If you found this episode valuable, subscribe and share it with your network. And let's connect on LinkedIn. I'm Mirko Peters. We'll be back with more conversations on how data science and AI create real business impact. Until next time.
Thanks for listening to datascience.show. If you found value in this episode, subscribe, share it with your network, and join us next time as we explore how data science drives smarter decisions and better business outcomes.